Hello, it's KRBrickBot, and I don't really want to go through getting all 10 of the Super 10 and just shipping them over, so that's why I went with only the mixed exchange. But then there was an offer on the Young Toys Mall where you could get a free Dragon Watch. With any purchase of Superion, so I thought, if I'm going to get a Superion eventually, and then eventually ship it over in a family suitcase, then I might as well get a free Dragon Watch, just this little roleplay toy that I just really don't have much use for other than looking pretty, you know? I mean, but, you know, people still do like collecting these watches, but, you know, I like more of the robots, you know? But it's a nice little Dragon Watch. But this is not the main focus. The main focus is the Superion that I had to buy to get this. So, which Superion did I get from Season 2? The Atlantean Spinosaurus Spinos, the Wolf Lycan, the Monarch-looking Bat Dracus, or the Centerpiece Capstone Royal Wing Lion. No, Trihorn with the Triceratops. Yeah, I mean, there's been a bunch of Triceratops Transformers, but yeah, so I went with this, you know, the pretty common one. This is probably the most common of the type of beasts that Super 10 offers, and probably might not be the most remarkable compared to all of them, but I guess there was one particular reason why I decided to go with Trihorn. I shipped this with just the figure in the outer box, so this is the outer box. It does have the same dark green and gold styling as all the Superion packaging, the Super 10 packaging, but the main difference between like the first season assortment is that it is a lot more local Korean on the text. Like, you know, how to equip the Pendex, the super core in Korean, and then Korean text and such. It's mostly Korean text than just like the general English text. It looks like the Season 2 Superions are just more focused in Korea. I mean, it doesn't look like there's immediate plans for international distribution of Super 10 Season 2, even in its country origin of China. Just like Battalions, they only got like some weird assortment of Season 1 Battalions, but they never got Season 2 Battalions, so it looks like the same case here. Super 10 Season 2 is just mostly exclusive to Korea. Yeah, some nice digital images of the 3 modes. 3 modes, yep. I'll talk about that one later. The Warriors of Time and Space, the Super 10 Superions. That's the wrong background. That should be Dracus's background. What happened? What happened here? Why is it purple? And this is a very interesting packaging, and that is a slant. It's a good cut slant. I think that's also on the Season 1 boxes, but yeah, it is stylish, but it does cut out some space that can be fit in there, but it did fine. But I think one reason it's like this because it's so we can accommodate the trapezoidal shaped display stand. I guess, yeah, pretty generic Super 10 stand. There's no character name on it. Yeah, I guess you could, yeah, you just put the figure on it. So, this is a robotic Triceratops. One of many of hundreds. It's a nice color, you know, like a darker red. It's not the bright red. It's slightly metallic sheen of red with a gunmetal, dark gunmetal, and gold, and a little bit of white, and a bit of green. Just tiny bits of green accent colors. Yeah, the main thing is the head. I mean, it's a pretty nice Triceratops head. The little blue eyes. I mean, it's kind of nestled with the big kibble. Little golden painted horn and a little big silver beak face, and those are the horns of Trihorn, the Triceratops. Like, yeah, the pretty thin gold, you know, that same bright gold. They're movable and they have cannons in them, so I haven't really seen them shoot with these cannons, but it's there. And there's the frill of the Triceratops. Some chains, and then there's the Pendex or super core with the Triceratops symbol there. And the tail, yeah, it's kind of obvious the tail is a storage for something. And it's a pretty smooth top, all things considered, even though that's like the back side, but it does have a good... It is a pretty smooth top considering this is the robot's backside. Yeah, nice rich details here and here. Of course, the underside has the least attractive bits. It does have a good range of beast mode articulation, nothing at the head, but at the horns. The front arms are on soft ratchets and such, and they ratchet in all the way here, and yeah, these go all the way out because these are obviously the robot arms. And he can do a sploot, Triceratops sploot. Oddly on the front, but he can totally sploot. Alright, time to plug this in and simulate the transformation. In English. That is still Spinos and it's terrible jokes. This is a terrible joke going... Did they map the pins to the wrong code or something? Maybe it also goes by the length of the pins, and that's why it's so close between switching between Trihorn and Spinos.
Pendex inserted. Summon Trihorn. Pendex inserted. Summon Spinos.
And of course, this isn't backwards compatible with the Chrono Watch because this is a 4-pin system while this is a 3-pin system. I guess you could try inserting it, but with also inconsistent results.
Pendex combined. Summoning White Horn. With a glowing horn and sparkling wings, here comes the unicorn. The unbeatable one. You want to take me on? Triceratops.
Okay, let's just get over with a normal transformation. Just take that off. Its parts forming is a new. It just fold those legs in all the way and then collapse them like this. I guess split open the shoulders. Simple arms down and then the chest down for a... Oh yeah, first unlatch that. Nice little latch there. Also, I think a big gap there. Slide it down for a head reveal. This was tricky to figure out at first, but there is a diagonal clip there which goes into here. And then equip the Pendex. Note the holes that make sure the Pendex is only insertable in its right position. So you can't do this, nor can you do this. So Trihorn has a very heavy Viking motif. Short, stocky, broad, and virtually impossible to tell what he turns into in robot mode. Because he was one of the first photos leaked, it's really hard to tell what he transformed into. It almost looked like he would turn into a bull, but nope, it's a Triceratops. There really is no indication even from the back because the dino head's pretty hidden there. I guess that's impressive if you have a completely hidden alt mode. The back cleans up very nicely. Yeah, with all the screwed parts in and the dino legs covering up the pretty hollow bits here. There's a lot more of the gold and green accents in this mode. Like that's also a metallic white in the shins and the fists. But also gold, like highlighting his bandages or straps. Kind of like evoking leather straps and chains. There's a lot of chains around him. And the big shoulder horns. The Super 10 logo printed on his right shoulder. A bit scratched in transit. And what kind of looks like Viking bucklers for the hinges here. Central hinges here and here. Or the teeth here is like a subtle clockwork gear motif that identifies this as a Superior battalion. And the bicycle chain, I mean just chains. Besides the Pendex, of course. And he even got Viking ships on his chest. Yeah, there's the boat there and the sails. Slightly battle damaged here, but yeah, it's kind of humorously clever. They have Viking ships in his chest. As with a loincloth. Even the Pendex modeled after chains and bolts and a very flat Viking helmet. It is a nice, historically inaccurate Viking helmet inspired head, just like the nice big golden horns, curved horns. Golden crest here and a green in the inside. Yeah, that kind of looks like a faceplate that's covered up with a slit visor partial face mask over a face mask. Or like a little bandolier. Yeah, I guess I'd give it a reinforced look. Yeah, just like a big collar. His main weapon, of course, would be the Viking axe. Yeah, I can see it's mostly inspired by the Viking axe shaped like the Skegix, the bearded axe. It even has the additional back barb here that not many Viking axes have. And that hook is a good hook shape. Though it's a little more square, I guess it has more hard angles than a typical Viking axe. And also, that is something on the back of the handle. Kinda looks like a sail. Maybe it's just extra bulk for the dino tail. Yeah, that kinda looks like a dino tail with a bit of that Viking belt buckle inspired thing, and then a chain going all the way down here, and what kind of looks like the same cannon on the horns, but not a shooting thing. I guess this axe has an overgrown beard, so it's only a single-handed hatchet thing. Guess it does the job. For the articulation, that is a pretty tight head swivel that goes this far side to side. Move those shoulder pauldrons up and you can get a good full range all around on those nice clicky ratchets. Just an obtuse elbow bend, but at least a bicep swivel. That's nice. The loincloth can move up at the same time or individually, so get out of the way and you can move it forward that much. He has thick thighs and thick kneecaps that don't move out of the way, so move that out of the way and you can go back that far. And then the knees. Yeah, I guess the knees go a bit more than 90 on the short legs, and nothing at the foot, permanent stance like this. Not even thigh swivels, so yeah, it's basically articulated. Less so than other Korean robots, but at least bicep swivels. Superians aren't giant robots, just pretty big. I suppose the scale works with just regular large Korean robots, and this could be 4-inch or this could be 6-inch. Not actually sure, I actually think it's somewhere in between. And now, for the really interesting gimmick, this is like one of the only Superians to have like a third mode. I guess it's like a triple changer of sorts. Yeah, just reattach the axe like this. Yeah, flip out that thing. This vestigial thing. Oh yeah, but I think you just flip that out and then click this in. I believe click that in and I guess the core just remains in the robot chest. Or, yeah, it's right here. This is an official cannon mode. Yep, it's a mobile weapon. Yeah, this thing was often used in the show too, so. Yeah, whose idea was it to give a Viking Triceratops robot a cannon mode? That's just basically the robot standing straight with some extra support. I mean, I guess for a vestigial third mode, it's not that bad. It does have a unique cannon barrel shape. A very square cannon shape. Half the barrel of a cannon. Yeah, and yeah, this is the main reason why he chose this over the others. Because it has a cannon mode. Or this could be a non-cannon human-sized gun. Handheld blaster. Actually, it's better to hold it like this. So overall, I think Trihorn is an alright Superian for the very first full-size Superian I've owned. Yeah, I guess it's just good articulation, but I think the main appeal of getting any of these Superians is what type of historical motifs they carry, like in case it's a Viking, so if you really like Viking robots, yeah, this is a good go, but it's also unusual that it's a Viking's Triceratops. I guess if it existed, I guess a Viking ship that turned into a Transformer robot would be more preferable, but I guess this is a nice creative combination, like a dinosaur Viking. You don't see that very often, so yeah, this is a good recommendation. I think these are generally affordable compared to the most $50-ish Korean robot toys, so I'm not sure because of its initial Korean release compared to the more international release of Super 10 Season 1, this is not doing as well, the Super 10 overall, but I think that for the secondary Transformer toy line Super 10 it is doing alright. But because, there's another toy line that's more popular, but, it's good to have some more innovations here and there. Fun fact that he has an evil color scheme because he was once raised as an evil Omega Dark Superian, and then broke free, and then was captured and turned evil again, and then turned good again. Yeah, so if you were that crazy, you could just custom paint this into evil Trihorn, because Young Toys is never gonna release an evil color scheme of this heroic Dinobot. So this has been a Super 10 sampling. So if I'm going to review any more Superians in the near future, it's not going to be any more full-size ones. It's gonna be a full assortment of the smaller ones.